Alright, howdy folks. Welcome back. Hope everybody's doing good out there. So thankful that that's not happening to me in my backyard. And hopefully it's not happening to you in your backyard either. So, a lot of devastation going on around the world. See these floods just every day. It's cars getting washed away. Some part of the world, roofs getting ripped off somewhere around the world. Makes me thankful I got a roof and a car still. Little things like that. So, anyways, let's get back to our solar report. I hope everybody else is doing good out there. Hopefully, you're having safe travels if you're out there traveling around. Okay, so let's do a few adjustments here. First, let's do this one. Our seed satellite uh, is not posting their data. Okay, the data is out there. This is it right here from a different site. Okay, so it's coming from a university, so they may be on holiday break or something, so they're not posting any data. So we're just going to use this instrument for the moment. And we did have some CME action today. Let me get it just as much as I can here. Back up a little bit. Okay, so here we are, opening frames of the 20th. Where's my pointer here? Kind of hard to see, but it's down here. This is 0, November 20th, 2023 there. And as we kind of go through this, you can see this little event that we reported on last night. Some kind of weird shadow going on here. Not quite sure what's going on there with that one. But that's the tail end of the 19th. And as that exits the frame and we go into the 20th here, you see that we're progressing here. Little spits and sputters coming up here a little bit. And then somewhere in here as we keep going, here we go. We have this event on the side right here, and I really wish we had the other instrument because this one seems to be rotating a little bit. As I move the scroll back and forth, it doesn't capture too well. This one coming out kind of rotates around a little bit. Anyways, whoops, come back here. So we have this little event coming out right here. It looks to be object induced because it's taken this CME and kind of made it rotate and flip once it's out there a little bit. And then it disappears. We have another little incident coming off here. Okay. Then as we progress further into the day, we have this event right here. Here's our main event for the day. There's a tiny little object right in the middle. It's very hard to see. It's not much to, even when you zoom in on it. But there's a tiny little object in there, and it appears to be a secondary one up here. When I scroll back and forth, hopefully the camera's capturing that. So you can see our main one's right here in the center, right in there. In fact, you know what? Maybe we'll just zoom in on that frame right there real quick while we're here. Let's scroll down a little bit. Alright, right here is our little black round spheroid object right there in the middle. Maybe there's a little bit better. Try zooming in just a tad bit more for you guys. So you can see it's very faint. It wasn't really worth it, but here's our little object right here. You can see its magnetic field around it. It also causes CME. And then behind it is another faint one. But in that image right there is about the best one that captures it. That's why I wish we had our other instrument, really. Can we go right there? No, we have to go one more back. There we go. Sorry about all the zooming in and out, but I'm trying to get the biggest image on the screen I can for you with what we got here. Okay. Hello, everybody in the chat. I hope everybody's doing good tonight. All right, so this is our event, our main event for today. Boom, coming off the side right there, little object in there. Then you can see right here, there seems to be a trailing one. Okay. And that's our event, our main event for the day. I got it pulled up over here on Stereo A as well. Just okay, so there's our event right here on the side right here. Stereo A is now pretty much in the same position as the other satellite now, so we get the same vantage point, unfortunately. It used to be way out at an angle, and you could see two different perspectives of the event and gauge which direction these objects are going. You used to be able to draw a little triangle and do a math equation and figure out what direction they're going. But now with both these satellites at the same perspective, it's hard to do any kind of comparison at all. So there's Stereo A. Not much to see there, but you saw our little event for today. All right, so let's move on over here to our space weather here. Okay, here's our GOES X-ray flux for the day. Let me just scoot it over for you there. Okay. Here's today, this box right here. You can see our events right here. We had an M-class flare today. Okay, so during that event, one of those managed to jump above the C range and into M-class there. Pretty, not much, but it looks like it did barely cross the line there. Okay, and then you can see as we're going into already tomorrow, we have activity going on already there. So we'll. It's unfortunate that other site's down because we could take a peek at this already, but it's not up. So what do I want to do here? Wow, come back here instead of zooming in and out so much. So there's your absorption happening right now. That's where the sun's hitting the planet at the moment. M flare potential is up to 40% because of the sunspot region that's coming around. The X flare potential might jump a little bit more here pretty soon. Then let's come on over here. Here's our absorption event. This is the KP index. Finally, this event hit, and it didn't do much. It was not very big at all. All right, so it only got to KP2, so it barely even did a magnetic storm. So something else real quick across the top up here. These are the sunspot regions. The other day there was only like 2 on here. All of a sudden this thing has filled up. We have 2 of them. One of them's beta delta and one's beta gamma here. These 2 are we got to watch these carefully. Now, later on, in the other instrument, we'll talk about the sunspots right here, okay? But you can see they're all lining up. This is all filling up here. We got a big old mess of sunspots. Let me just zoom back out on tad bit so we can read this. The mess of sunspots in the northeast quadrant was split into separate regions on Monday. The more complex trailing section is now numbered 3492. That's this red one, 3492. And the lead section retains 3490. Okay, we'll lead. It says M flare. The latest update lists 40% chance for moderate M flares and 5% chance for a major X flare. Okay, here's this grouping right here. Okay, these guys are all just in one big tight group right here. All right, and then I'll show you more at a different site here. Now, right now, this died down a little while ago. Dang it. There was a yellow band right through the middle right here, okay? So we did have an absorption event underway. It wasn't major, it didn't go red or anything, but there was a little yellow band in the middle right here showing that we're having a medium to, a moderate to medium absorption event, okay? Unfortunately here now it's kind of faded. So this instrument, this page updates every 10 minutes or so like that. So sometimes what I I capture at the beginning before I'm setting up in the for the show changes before I do the show. So anywho, there's your auroras. We are taking in some energy right now, and this is a sign of it when our auroras glow like this. So open up the tracker, start tracking. You guys enjoying your Christmas shopping already? It's like Black Monday out there. I've seen people already going nuts, going Christmas shopping, and I'm like, wait, we haven't even finished Thanksgiving yet. All right, here's your CME going off to the to the left of the sun. Boom, right there. All right, so at least we're not taking it on the chin. That's a good thing. So we'll watch this closely, even though it shows it going away. We have this other one that came off the other side that it's not showing yet. All right, that one's probably going away as well. These objects, I can't really track their trajectory anymore. Let me just show you what I'm talking about stereo A real quick here. Up here on the legend, you can see here that the Earth is the little yellow ball, okay? Being we all know that. Stereo A is this red square, all right? Stereo B, it's not even up there anymore, but they used to be, stereo A used to be here and B used to be there, and they gave you a stereoscopic view of the back side of the sun. Well, after stereo, oh, oh, I'm back. Are you guys still with me? All right, cool. Looks like it. Anyways, stereo A and B used to be here. They've rotated it around right here next to the Earth. It's getting old. It's an old satellite, so they're probably putting it here to protect it from all this inbound stuff that keeps coming at the backside of our sun. So now we no longer have a. Anyway, we're back again, so maybe we'll just kind of drop this subject. But there's that. There's your CME moving away. All right, so let's move on. Okay, let's come on over to this one now. Here we go. They're talking here about our sunspots right here. Let me take a sip here. You guys can probably read yourself, but I'm going to read it anyway. It's a 200,000 mile or kilometer wide, contains a dozen dark cores, and is crackling with M-class solar flares. Sunspot complex, they don't even call it a region, they call it Sunspot complex AR 34, 90, 91, 92 is so big it takes 3 numbers to label it. Okay? So they're not just calling it a sunspot region, they're calling this is a new term, Sunspot complex AR 3490 91-92. So it's 3 sunspots in one complex is so big it takes 3 numbers to label it. The active region is turning towards Earth and will pose a threat for Earth-directed flares by midweek. All right, you guys? So midweek we might have this thing Earth facing, all right? And even if it doesn't spit anything at us, it could have a big coronal hole and some solar wind, some really fast, high stream, dense particles our way. So we'll have to watch that coming up here. All right, this complex is so big it takes 3 numbers to label it. This is just a little article on the what is it? SpaceX rockets, and when they discharge, they punch a hole in the atmosphere and create a little aurora type thing. Anyways, moving on. There was nothing else in here. Oh, here's the image. Oh, dang it. Can I get this whole thing pulled up on one big screen? Okay, just click on this image. Oh, there it is. It's showing the yellow band. This is a little image from earlier showing the yellow band here in between. Not coming out very good. Oh well. Anyways, what I was laughing at is this Christmas ornament of Captain Kirk sitting over the Earth here. I thought, oh, cool. It'd be cool to get one of those, because it's kind of funny. You can have it for 119.95. Made by Hallmark in the 1990s. It's $119 Christmas ornament. Anyways, I just thought that was a little out there, even for Captain Kirk. Alright, so here we are over at the Shoeman. The Shoeman. Okay. Let's do some scooching. Let's get close, folks. Why don't we, huh? Alright, I think you can see what I'm about to point out here. We've already covered this last couple of days. Here's our little screeching event. We had the gap in data. You remember this from yesterday, from last night. All right, here we have a few last little screeching incidents as the core and the shell kind of release and breathe. But looky here, and right there, those two dark stripes. Look how weak our field got right there. And that was earlier today during the daytime. Right here it got very weak, and right there it was really weak. All right, so those are the events that I'm a little concerned about. So when you're out there, it's good to we're out of summer now, so it's good to wear long sleeves, but now that we're not in summer, a lot of people are. Keep your face cover, a hat or some kind of coverings, even though it's not summertime and you're at the beach. The rays of the sun can be a lot more dangerous when we have these events where our field goes down. All right, so after all that screeching, we came out of it, kind of weak, spitting and sputtering, had a little drop in our field right there. But now, as we're, these latest few hours, it's coming back to life there again. Okay, so there's your Schumann for the night. Back out again and get on to the next page. Okay, here I have this set up. Oh, wait, we need to reset this first. I want to show you our polar vortex now. And we're still too close. That's the problem. There we go. Alrighty, there's our polar vortex now. The northern hemisphere's polar vortex, all established, nice and strong. Before there was nothing there this summer. It was just gone. Now you can see that it's, we're getting deeper into fall, that this is becoming more and more dominant. Take a peek at the southern one, see how it's almost gone now. It's very weak, it's dissipating, it doesn't have that complete, pink structure anymore. So the transition is, fully taken place here, and now we have the polar vortexes in the northern hemisphere. Something I want to point out about this, I'm going to come over here, and I want you to see the United States, Canada, and where this polar vortex level is. Okay, it's way up there in the Hudson Bay, coming across Alaska, but it's way north right there. Okay, then as we go to the other side and spin it around here, look how deep down it goes into Asia. Let me just kind of get this into perspective here. This is Europe and Spain, the Black Sea, all that region dipping way down almost to India is the northern polar vortex. It is way off center. It is way off kilter. Looking down from the top of the earth, here's the center up here. The center of this is way down here. Something's pulling this whole polar vortex to this half of the planet. Good thing it's that half, because look at our half, that's where it's receding from. Okay, so it's actually been pulled up and back away from America and been tugged down more this way on this half of the planet. which is not good for them, because when we get to the polar, the upper jet stream here, you're going to see it's going to make life miserable for China right here. You see how this comes up from way north, comes back down and slams? This one comes up where these two meet right here, this area. See the whole area in pink right there? That's a bullseye right there. Coming around to Europe. Look how it has taken this this upper jet, taking it way up here by Iceland and driving it straight down into England, Spain, France. Okay, it's just going to drive all this cold polar vortex air, drive it down into here. Another thing that I have not seen in a long time is this feature right here. This is weather going backwards, okay? It goes up, comes down, and then it splits. Instead of this hot cocktail, this mixture of intense weather or intense jet stream coming and curving, it actually splits and goes backwards, goes easterly or goes westerly, comes out, goes down here, and joins back in. There's a spot right here where all these streams are converging and splitting at this junction point right here. All right. Now, as I pull back, I want you to see we're going to take a little roller coaster ride here, because we got air that comes off here. Let me just try and get the whole thing in the screen here. All right, right about there should be good. So comes off the northern United States, dips down, goes way up here to Iceland, comes down, gets caught on this conveyor belt, goes down here. Some of it hits this and splits and goes all the way down and comes back up through here. Do you see this flow right in here? This stuff is going up, coming back down, around, and going this far south. This is a crazy little conveyor belt roller coaster ride right here, okay? These violent dips in our jet stream take stuff and send it in totally different directions, okay? So some of this air, not all of it, but some of it gets split off here, goes into this conveyor belt, splits again and goes down here and goes around. Some of it splits here and goes back up and mixes in with this. Okay, so you can see how some of this goes up, comes around, goes down, all the way around and comes back up. And that's Europe, okay? Now, when we come over here where that jet or the polar vortex had dropped a little bit, that's this jet stream, this big hump right in here. So there's probably high pressure ridge right here driving the jet stream up like this and back down. It's picking up cold air up here in Siberia and coming back down into China. It's taking this warm air off of Africa, Saudi Arabia, that goes straight across India and then mixes back up, meets back up with this in China. They're going to be under the gun there too. All right, enough of that one. Let's get over here to our quakes. These have now turned yellow. They were red earlier. That was our thumbnail. But we're going to cover it anyway. So, no deep quakes in this region right now to report on, or within the last 24 hours. Okay. The latest quakes were this one right here, of 5.5 at a depth of 10. All right. We have residual, 5 energy to mid 5 energy in this area. Okay, we also had this, there's a 4.5 there, that's earlier in the day. This one's earlier in the day at the Banda Sea, a 4.6. And here's our other recent quake, a 5.3 up here in Indonesia. So these two 5s right here, mid-range 5s, were just recently, just within the last half hour or so. Okay, Then come up to here. Here's our spot over here again, having that 4.4 at a depth of 221. This other one, this 5.2, is at a depth of 84. So this was earlier in the day. We had this mid-range 5 energy that had already gone off here. This region right here, this island that I've been talking about having 5s, was naked and empty. Well, here we've had a 5 on the island, mid-range 5 right there, and just off the coast, 5.3. So that naked area that I was talking about yesterday has filled in there with your mid-range 5s. This one over here, 4.3, that should have been a little bit bigger. There should be some pent-up energy still in this region. I was expecting to see maybe mid-range 5, more like a 6, pop off in this region. And it hasn't produced yet. So this is good, though. I mean, we don't want to see something too big. I'll take a 4.3. It's not, bad news. I don't want to see loss of life or anything like that. So here we are, Fulcrum Point still locked up. No quakes in this region for quite a while now. Everything seems to be jumping over, dropping off 2 quakes up here. We haven't had that action yet. On the tail end of yesterday's energy, we had that 5 mid-range 5 to 4 energy or whatever. Here's a 4.6 in Iran there. Here's another 4.6 in Iran right here on the Red Sea, right at the Strait of Hormuz here. Yeah. Then nothing in this region. Oops, let me pull it down. Everything's so dark. There we go. I gotta remember to look down at the camera every once in a while, make sure you guys are seeing everything. All right, so nothing in this region. All right, really quiet. That's disturbing because that'll fill in. We did have some energy over here release at Mid-Atlantic Ridge of 5.5 there. That's always usually at a depth of 10. This is the tear in the crust of the planet right there. Okay, not much going on over here. Pretty quiet. It wouldn't surprise me. That's a 4.9, huh? It wouldn't surprise me if we might see a bigger quake in this region pop off. It's been awfully quiet and a lot of pent-up energy in this region. Jamaica and Haiti have been known for some sizable quakes. Just pray that it doesn't happen, but it's just awfully naked there. Little grouping down here. These are all 4.7, 4.8, and 4.9. So that mid-range 4 to 5 energy dispersing over here. This time here at this point and not up here at the fulcrum point. So yeah, not many quakes on the map right now to report on. So it's kind of quiet. We have energy that's made it up to here, 4.4 up to Japan. Nothing seems to have gone up to here and made it over. Usually it tapers off a magnitude or 2 after, getting pinched off by the garden hose here. So in this region, it's still naked, still ready for a 5, mid-range 5 to mid-range 4, right in this area, going across. If it makes it over the hump, see how open and empty and quiet California is. Thankful that it is. It's nice when it's quiet, but these quakes do need to happen and release energy, or else we'll have the catastrophic event. And this is all mediating energy. These mid-range 5s and 4s is perfect. We don't want to see something too devastating. All right, that's it for the earthquake report. Let's get on over to our forecast. I don't know if you guys saw, there was not an outbreak. Today's tornado outbreak ended up being less severe than a lot were expecting, and which is good. I saw people commenting there, oh, I came here to see a tornado and some devastation, and, nothing panned out. Well, there were several touchdowns, small ones, okay? They weren't major ones. They didn't take out any major towns or anything like that. But we did have the severe weather in this area, and it's still continuing into the nighttime right now. Last I saw, there was a couple of nocturnal thunders or nocturnal tornadoes, but nothing too big. All right, so anyways, here we are. This is our current conditions right now. And I guess I was watching, I haven't watched a replay of my own show in so long. I went through the replay and I noticed that you guys can see the time and the date up here pretty clearly, right? So maybe I'm not going to call out the time and the date all the time because it's just kind of fumbles through it or whatever. I notice you guys can see it up here pretty clear. If you'd like me to do it, call it out like that, I will continue to, but if we don't need to, it's right there. Anyways, our current conditions right now have this, the central core of this main energy, this, come here, you. Severe thunderstorms still in this region right through here, okay? And this storm has got this comma shape to it, okay? It's taking on this classic comma shape. It's going to drive up through the East Coast in these next few frames here and cause travel problems for tomorrow, okay? That's why I'm kind of showing you this, is because I know some of you guys have travel plans and you want to know what to expect. Now, the inbound energy that we absorbed was late getting here. It wasn't as much as predicted, so therefore this did not pop off as hard as expected, which is great. I'm thankful for that. Other people want to see death and destruction. They don't get it. They won't get it either until it happens to them, and then they will watch this stuff with the whole new seriousness. This is not entertainment. We're trying to save people's lives here. At least keep them in the loop. All right. So, enough babbling. Brian, take a sip. Okay. Current conditions right now. The nighttime of the 20th. Now, as we go into the morning hours of the 21st, this storm is still gathering strength. It's got a lot of wind, got a lot of moisture. I was watching some very, very, very heavy downpours. These storm chasers were even saying, hey, I've never seen it rain this hard before. So, a lot of moisture packed in this thing, okay? Here we go in the morning hours with our potential still there for severe weather, okay? This thing is not over. Then, as we go into the noontime, this will be 12 to 1 o'clock in the afternoon in this area, all right? As it stretches out, we have these individual pockets of severe, severeness here. Now, they're not calling for as severe tomorrow as they did the chances for as today. All right, so this should be weakening. The inbound energy is already past, absorbed us and stuff, so it's not going to be affecting this as much or anything really. So it should weaken, but you're still looking at severe weather, hail, high winds. This is into, okay, back up. That's the morning time. There's the afternoon, the end of convection when the sun goes down. The possibility is still there for isolated severe weather down here, all up and through there. Okay, and this can change in a moment's notice. There might be inbound energy that nobody saw or detected that could hop in there at any time. Everything is so volatile now that things can change at a heartbeat. Now, as we get through these next few frames right here, this is the 21st. A lot of traveling for tomorrow, so starting in the morning hours, through the noontime, into the afternoon, and then into the nighttime of the 21st. All right, this right here needs to be zoomed in on. All right, there's your travel nightmare for the East Coast. All right, Pennsylvania, just going from North Carolina all the way up, even up almost into New York. All right, on the backside is this heavy snow and stuff too. Expect delays, travel, gonna be hard through this through that event. All right, so practice patience or leave early, do whatever you have to do accordingly. But there's your travel gonna be a little nightmare out here for the 22nd here. Whoops, right there. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's the 21st. That's the nighttime of the 21st. So tomorrow, that's right now, going into the morning, through the noon, the afternoon, and tomorrow night. Okay. Then after that, going into the morning of the 22nd, they're still lingering, reaching back into the coastal South North Carolina right there. Even icing up here in New York and snow in New Hampshire and Vermont. And then it's kind of moving out by the noontime of the 22nd. Clearing up for most of the country for a little bit there. We have this impulse coming through Montana, down through the Rockies on the 24th. But most of the rest of the country is staying pretty clear. You see how this thing winds up and it ends up having this big tail right there? Oh, it separates. We'll watch that closely. That could have the potential right there for being another one of these huge country cross country, wide storm. All right, that's it for that. Little impulses here and there coming through the Pacific Northwest into California here, but this is out to December 3rd, and that is so far out there that I'm not even going to really report on that. But it shows some storms coming in off the Pacific, hitting the west coast here. Oops, go more to the end. Now I'll just start the loop real quick. All right, so there's that. While I start getting set up for the spiritual report. I hope you guys have been enjoying these reports and doing my best to get this the best I can here for you. It's a little disappointing without the seeds site. We do a lot of our reporting from that site, and without it there, it's just kind of not the same. But gotta do what we gotta do. All right, so how about let's go right to there and now go to my channel. Oh, that was all that devastation was in Batman, Turkey, spelled Batman, Batman, Turkey. I'm not making this up. All right, so let's just go ahead and pull up a good image to read to there. How are we doing? We did that one already. Oh, I know something else we can do here. Where is that? First, oh, here we go. Yeah, let's just do this video real quick here, because I see we got some time there. Oh, we need volume. I'm way behind on my videos, so let's just get to it. I'm going to squeeze a bunch of pictures into one video here. So I started seeing this event right here unfold,
and I was looking at this spiral cloud and snapping pictures of that.
Can you guys see this eye right here?
But something else appeared in this picture, and I'm going to pull over to this little object that's hovering over the mountain here. Okay, so we got a nice clear UFO black disc floating in the sky next to this event. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, here in this image, there's a face right here on the right-hand side. He's looking this way. You can make out his nose. There, it's hiding right there, and the clouds are draping over it. And as I pull back, there's other stuff in this scene too here.
Where is it here?
Okay, so there's that one. Then as I'm looking around this sun halo, I see these V-shaped clouds. Look like wings, basically with feathers and everything. Get out in the black realm, you can see the UFO. And then as I zoom in, I want you to see the clouds are actually all wavy like that. Electromagnetic disruption in the clouds is showing up in this magnetic wave signature or whatever they're using to cloak these ships.
Let's see if we can capture
when
this
I see wavy clouds like that in the sky, I start snapping pictures because there's something in there, and it's cloaking a UFO.
All right. I don't know if it's picking it up here. This UFO is right here in the clouds, all right? And the cloaking mechanism makes these clouds turn all wavy and stuff. You can, when you go to this video, maybe and look at it, you can see these huge ships are sitting in the sky, and they're using the clouds to cloak themselves, but the electromagnetic interference draws an outline of them in the clouds. It's the craziest stuff, dude. Anyways, I want to get to some of the other ones here. So basically what I'm showing you here is just, I take a lot of pictures of the clouds, right? A lot of faces in the clouds. Well, in a lot of these pictures, I'm capturing UFOs too. Okay, so let me just point some more out real quick.
Black UFO. It's hanging out next to this angel.
Let's see if maybe we
you can see the angel up there in the cloud.
Oh, it is kind of capturing it. All right, wait.
Multiple angels.
Pause right there. Hopefully you guys can see these angels in the clouds right here. These wing structures coming up, and there's like multiple angels. They're like lined up back to back. Oh, it's kind of captured it. Anyways, this one's titled UFOs and Angels. You can come over. You'll see it a little bit clearer on the original video. Let's continue, though.
You mentioned this was the first picture of the day. This was the first image on the 27th. And then here's the second image from the same day, and it's still there. So I managed to capture it in two different images, the same object in the sky, in the same place, in two images back to back. Okay, just real quick here, I was taking a picture of this little round rainbow type effect, and as we zoom in, we caught another UFO sitting there. As taking pictures, this is just sitting in the sky. So there's that one. Okay, in this image I was taking a picture of this little stripe in the sky because it just looked strange. It didn't look like a regular contrail to me right here. See a little bumpy stripe? And then I noticed something else was sitting up right next to it here, and we'll zoom in on it. And this is another one of these UFOs, and it's way up there. That's not a bird or a bug or anything, because as I pan back, it is way, way, way up there and just tiny. Okay, another image here where I was just snapping pictures, and I noticed another one of these black UFOs hovering right in the middle of my picture. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, and then in this last image here, there's a UFO cloaked in the clouds right here. You can make out the little shape by the cloud structure. And as I pull back, you'll see there's another one behind it, and another one back behind it, and another one back behind it, and another one back behind it. And there's like...
They're like all stacked on top of each other. In a line coming down. It's a bunch of discs all in a row, all stacked on top of each other here.
a line of these UFOs all lined up, arcing down and coming into the sky. Pan up a little bit so you can see some of the other ones up higher. And they're like multi-dimensional. They can blend into each other or something. Matter can be in... two different objects can occupy the same space at the same time, I guess, in this realm. But anyways, I wanted to show you that one. And that's it for the moment. And I love you all, and I'll be back later with another video. Bye.
Okay, so, whoops. So, we have UFOs being captured in a lot of this stuff, alright? I end up taking thousands and thousands of pictures because of these events that unfold, and unfortunately, you can't video these. If you tried to do a video, you wouldn't see it because these images have all been compressed and zoomed out, not zoomed in. They're too big in your face. You have to zoom out to see this. They're in another dimension.
Hey, kiddo.
Did you see the lights?
If you could like step outside of your body and take 10 steps back and see from 10 dimensions back, you would see this all crystal clear. All right, these scenes and faces are all over your skies. You just can't see them because they're in a dimension that's so big and in your face. You can't see it till you zoom out. So I take a series of pictures and then I take them to the computer and zoom out and compress the image. And then all of a sudden you can see it a lot better. All right. Most of you guys have seen this. Let me see who's here. Yeah, you guys all see it. The eye, the nose, the mouth, the chin and beard, his hair flowing back like this, the crown over his head. Okay, that happened on Easter, you guys. I cannot stipulate that enough. That should make you jump for joy. All right, and it changed it to the lion face. All right. Where is it? See all these pictures up above here? I take 700 pictures, and then when I compress them like this, I can see the image in it. And then out of all the ones I see, I take them and I stack them together and make a flip book, and that's what gives that video type effect when it changes to the lion face here. Whoops, right here in this flip book. Just like old cartoons, stack images on top of each other and then flip through them. And this is what I captured on Easter, okay? That should make you jump for joy. Alright, there we captured it on the lion face right there. Alright, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Let me get a sip here. I guess we'll just start this one. Okay. Every time something thwarts your plans or desires... Wait. That's not the one I want. Yeah, I didn't recognize that one. It's not the one I want. Okay, bask in the luxury of being fully understood and unconditionally loved. Dare to see yourself as I see you, radiant in my righteousness, cleansed by my blood. I view you as one I created you to be, the one you will be in actuality when heaven becomes your home. It is my life within you that is changing you from glory to glory. Rejoice in this mysterious miracle. Thank me continually for this amazing gift of my Spirit within you. Try to depend on the help of the Spirit as you go through this day of life. Pause briefly from time to time so you can consult with this Holy One inside of you. He will not force you to do his bidding, but he will guide you as you give him space in your life. Walk along with this wondrous way of collaboration with my Spirit. I am Christ in you, the hope of glory. The one who walks beside you, holding you by your right hand, is the same one who lives within you. Okay? This lion. It's the same one who lives within you. You guys have a lion hiding inside of you that you don't know about. The spirit of a lion, the heart of a lion inside of you. And it's all because you know that you're a true child, a true soldier, a true knight of the true king. It's the truth. Everything else that you see in this world is far from the truth. Where did I leave off? You and I are intertwined in an intimacy involving every fiber of your being. The light of my presence shines within you as well as upon you. I am in you and you are in me. Therefore, nothing in heaven or on earth can separate you from me. As you sit quietly in my presence, your awareness of my life within you is heightened. This produces the joy of the Lord, which is your strength. I, the God of hope, fill you with all the joy and peace as you trust in me, so that you may bubble over with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. What else did I have for you guys? Oh, yes, more. Here we go. Thankfulness and trust are like close friends who are always ready to help you. When your day looks bleak and the world seems scary, it's time to rely on these faithful friends. Stop for a moment and take some deep breaths. Look around you, searching for beauty and blessings, and thank me for what you find. This connects you with me in a wonderful way. Speak to me in glowing terms about the many good gifts I've provided. Make the effort to thank me with enthusiasm, regardless of how you're feeling. As you persist in expressing your gratitude, you'll find yourself becoming joyful. It's also helpful to frequently voice your trust in me. This reminds you that I am with you and I am absolutely reliable. There are always areas of your life where you need to trust me more fully. When hard times come, view them as opportunities to expand the scope of your trust, living by faith in these challenging seasons. Don't waste the opportunities. Use them to come closer to me. I welcome you warmly with open arms. You love me because I first loved you. The truth is that you were dead in your sins, completely unable to love me, until my Spirit worked in the depths of your being to make you spiritually alive. This enabled you to repent of your sinfulness and receive not only eternal life, but also everlasting love. As you ponder this miraculous gift of salvation, let gratitude rise up within you and fill you with joy. Thankfulness is so very important for your growth in grace. It opens your heart and mind to my word enabling you to increase in wisdom and understanding. A thankful attitude helps you discover the myriad blessings I shower upon you, even in the midst of hard times. A grateful heart protects you from discouragement and self-pity. It heightens your awareness of my continual presence and helps you grasp more fully the vast dimension of my love for you. A grateful heart protects you from discouragement and self-pity. Okay, remember that. So, nurture well your thankfulness, and your gratitude will nourish your love for me, making it grow bright and strong. I think that was it for tonight, Lord. Was that all? Yep. So we showed them the UFOs. Yeah, I got UFO activity that follows me everywhere I go, even when I go to another town. Not only do I have giant faces in the sky, angels in the clouds, I got UFOs that follow me everywhere I go. I showed you Yoda in the clouds, ascended masters that watch me and follow me everywhere I go. It's like, it was funny. The storm chasers today were kind of joking at each other, saying, hey, stay off the road. There's a bunch of crazy people out here driving around looking at the sky, looking at the clouds, talking about themselves, of course. Well, it made me laugh because I'm one of those crazy guys driving around looking at the sky because there's events unfolding, and I can't capture them anymore because I'm busy doing my life and trying to get things done in just my normal life. And this, taking images like this, it consumes so much time and energy and pain. I got some good ones already, but this activity is continuing in your skies. And I stopped taking pictures after I saw a couple of other things that I can't show you. I really can't show you because you don't want to see them. But this is what you do want to see, and we captured that, and that's why I continue to bring this to you, okay? This is of utmost importance. This is breaking headlines, okay? The real thing happened. It already happened, and everybody missed it. Everybody was looking over here, and on Easter, this event took place. I think that's it, Lord. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so take some assurance, get some peace, have some courage, okay? And share this, these closing days when you, like I said, when you can see from this perspective, looking back down at the times we're in, at the end times, okay? When you can see from this perspective, looking down, that's why I show you the weather stuff at the opening. It's to get you to understand that those are all biblical events that you're witnessing. They're all foretold in the Bible. Okay, and that's why we close with this too. So bring you guys some peace, some hope, some tranquility, some joy. Get ready to celebrate, you true believers, okay? This is a good sign. This is good news, all right? So, he's here. He's very close. He's a lot closer than you think. Some of you have figured it out. Some of you, well, just be doubters. That's fine. But anyways, I still love you guys, and I miss you all. You guys have a good holiday and stuff. I'll probably still do another show tomorrow because I'm not really doing too many plans this holiday. But we'll see what happens here, and I'll try and bring you another show tomorrow. Until then, I'll be back. I'm already back. Can't you tell?